There's a space in my heart, you should find it. If you do, then I swear you belong.
I think it's really important to engage with your audience. It shows that it's more than just about you posting or sharing things, but not really caring about the people that respond to them or the people that engage with your content. I think when you engage with your audience, it shows that you're appreciative of the people that, in a way, are the reason why you are where you are. If it wasn't for them, then you wouldn't have people to share your music or your films or your photos or whatever the case is with. So it's really important to make yourself available as a person, so that you're more than just a figure that people look up to, but you're also someone that people can relate to. So I try to spend time responding to comments, responding to DMs, because that way I get to also feel connected to the people that like what I do. So in a way, it's a kind of symbiotic relationship, because on one end they're enjoying my content, and on the other end I get to enjoy them. Okay, so I use my Instagram as a place to promote my OnlyFans. I use my Instagram as my place to promote essentially everything that I do, just because I've amassed a pretty large following on it over the last few years. It's where people really know me for what I do. It's where people understand my mind, if you will. So whenever I jump into new things, they're very open and receptive to it because they're used to my madness. So yeah, I use Instagram as a place to promote my content. How do I use it? I jump between using my regular posts on my feed and using my stories, but I think probably the most effective are the stories, because your stories are a way for people to really get introduced into your world. And obviously there's the swipe up features. Whenever I do something new that I want to promote on my OnlyFans, I use the swipe up feature on my Instagram. But yeah, I use my Instagram as my main hub for promotion. I actually use the strategy from Instagram on my OnlyFans, and I post on my Instagram once a day on my feed. Anyway, on my story, it's a whole different story. But on my that's what I did there. But on my feed, I post once a day. I try to avoid weekends just because, for my own mental sanity, it's really important. Side note, take time away from social media for your own mental sanity. There's a world out there as well. So if you can take 2 days to kind of just step away, do so. But yeah, I post once a day, and I use that same strategy on my OnlyFans. I post content once a day. I generate content relatively quickly just because it's so inherent to what I do. So I know a lot of people think when I say I post once a day that it's a lot. It really isn't, just because of the way I create and the way my mind always works. So I think it's important, irrespective of how you decide to post or how frequent you post, just to get yourself into a routine that you're comfortable with. Don't try to force something that doesn't work or gel with you. For me, posting once a day doesn't really bother me. But if it's too much for you, then, just figure out what works best for you, and that's it. And the light died. Did it make a big difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so we make a pause. There are a lot of really great features on OnlyFans, but I think the one that really fits with my growth strategies is the ability to message or DM all your fans at the same time. Now, I know that may seem like nothing, but when you really think about that, try DMing all of your fans at the same time on other platforms, and you see how restrictive that is. Being able to reach everyone at the same time allows you to get your message out as quickly as possible. And when you have, obviously, if you're using pay-per-view messages, those are financially beneficial. But I also like to do more than just send people things to buy. I like to send them things to make them just see that I'm also human, send them free content or freemium. I like to make little funny skits, and every once in a while I send them little funny videos just to brighten up their day.
My brother, you aren't looking your best. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but you're sort of looking like a mess.
Wow, thanks guys. Way to make me feel self-conscious.
We aren't saying this to be mean. It's because we care. I was actually saying it to be mean.
It's just been one of those weeks,
I hear that. Your internet connection has been wonky. Not ideal for streaming porn.
Stop watching porn on my Wi-Fi. There's no financial incentive for it for me. But it's just something I do just because I want to try to, in some way, shape, or form, influence someone's life in a positive way, make them smile. You never know. The littlest things we do that seem so tiny can make the difference in someone's life. So yeah, my favorite feature to use on OnlyFans is mass messaging. Oh, no further questions? No. Well, I am done then.
May I approach the bench?
You may approach the bench. I'm keeping all this in, by so you know. Oh.
I remember the day I set you free. I told you you can always count on me, darling. And from that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you need me, some way, somehow. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.